Hello, folks. Martin here with another little bit of Rabble news. It's not really news about the world. It's news about Scotland and it's news about the Scottish leagues and the SPFL are in discussions to reduce the amount of teams in the top league from 12 to 10. A lot of people have been discussing. I've been discussing the issue of the top league needing a revamp. The whole of Scottish football really needing, a revamp. The thinking from the SPFL behind this is to do away with the split and to do away with fixture congestion within amount of UEFA competitions that there is now. The article released today by the Herald, I'll read you a wee snippet from it. The competitions working group are studying potential changes to the league structure in order to ease the fixture congestion caused by the expansion of UEFA club competitions. The competitions working group have also been asked to help secure a softer landing for clubs like Brecon City and Cowdenbeath when they drop out of the senior setup to the largely unfunded Lowland and Highland leagues. Now, look, I don't know how the conversations are going to go in terms of how do we fund all the leagues better? How do we put more money into the Lowland and the Highland leagues? There's obviously a few teams in the Lowland League that I know of that have got a bit of money behind them that are looking to get out of that league and get into League Two and then do whatever they can to get as high up the leagues as possible. But there's not a lot of money in Scottish football. Most people who I speak to generally wanted to increase the teams in the top league, maybe even make Scotland a full country of just two leagues, if that's possible. Which I think is a better idea. You can still you can cut the number of games. You can still get rid of the split, which is obviously what they're looking to do as well. What comes with that though is that you limit the number of Old Firm games back down to two in the league. Obviously, still meeting cups and stuff. And I don't know the TV deals that I don't know what the literature is in the TV deals. I don't know what the agreements are, but I would imagine one of the biggest agreements is the guaranteed 4 Old Firm games a season, which is probably what holds up most of the money in the TV deal, which let's face it, isn't a great amount of money anyway. The way that Scottish football for me is ran is one of the biggest issues that we've got. It's completely underfunded. It's completely undersold. And now they are looking to put it down to a 10-team league. What's your thoughts? League reconstruction is something that I've thought about, but not really looked into the dynamics of it. If we go down to 10 teams, how's that going to work in terms of, is it still just going to be 4 fixtures each for the whole season against each other? It kind of still keeps the league the way it is. If you like, it's just boring. You're playing the same teams all the time. The Old Firm games, for me, just personally, are slightly diluted. Obviously not if Rangers were actually doing decent in the league, and every single one of them mattered in terms of league points. But even at that, 2 Old Firm games a season for me, I've always felt that's better to have than 4. It dilutes the fixture slightly. I think you see the best of that in England when you've got, Man U, Liverpool twice a season, Arsenal, Tottenham twice a season, etc. I just think it makes the fixture it'll make it feel that even bigger, even that bit bigger, I should say, than what it already is. And we all know it's the biggest derby in world football, regardless of, what team you support, depending on what way you want to call the league. Any formal, this is another wee bit from the article, any formal resolution put to clubs by the competitions working group would require the backing of 11 of the 12 Premiership clubs, 8 out of 10 Championship teams, and 15 of the 20 teams in Leagues 1 and 2 to pass. So obviously, they can't just bring this in and sweep it across the board and say this is exactly what we're going to do. I would like to hope that the rest of the teams in the league see through what they're trying to do and they're on board with trying to make Scottish football better and improve the spectacle. Hopefully the majority of them, the way that they're thinking, their feelings, we need to expand the league. I can't imagine 11 of the 12 voting for this. They might. I don't know. They might. But of course, you're going to have the teams down the bottom of the league. Why would turkeys vote for Christmas, as they say? I don't know why they would do it. Is this something that the Championship teams want? It's hard enough to get out the Championship into the Premier League in Scotland as it is. Um, that's just you adding more competition to try and get out the league. And there's some big teams in the Championship who want out. Um, and I don't know about Leagues One and Two. I don't really know if they would care, to be honest, unless it affects them in terms of are they going to relegate two teams when they move to? I don't know. I don't know how they're going to try and work it. But something definitely does need to be done for clubs like they were saying, Cowden Beefs, etc., who once they're put into that lowland league, it's not just about helping them get back up. It's a community club. It's about helping the club. It's parachute payments, if you like. But I wouldn't be holding my breath for the SPFL to do something radical to help improve the finances within Scottish football. I don't trust them. I would imagine most people watching this don't trust them. But if you want to read that article, I will link it in the description. It is behind a paywall. It is from the Herald. Um, the article was written by Stephen McGowan. So if you want to go and check that out, like I say, um, the link is in the description for that article. But what's your thoughts on it? Are you not fussed? Do you not care? Are you happy enough with a 10-team league? Would you be happy with just staying the way it is? Or are you a bit like myself where you want to see improvements in Scottish football, making the league better, making it more attractive, um, and upping it to that kind of 16-team league? Get your thoughts in, folks. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, it really does help the channel out. And of course, if you want access to loads more shows and you want to help support the podcast, then you can become a member now, either on YouTube or Patreon. Links are in the description. It's whatever you fancy, it's whatever you prefer. So thank you for tuning in, folks. And as I always say, and I will always continue to say, we will speak again very, very soon.